Oh, yeah. Are you polishing up your TV about now? Welcome back. Cindy Dole here, and we're having some fun. We love to have nutty music and get things going on your Saturday. Home Wizards here, your radio for all things home, garden, and life improvement. And, of course, this is a show about making the spaces you call home better, but, of course, that means making it better to share with others for things like the Super Bowl, Pittsburgh Steelers, Green Bay Packers, battling it out in Texas. You know all that. But are you having folks over? Are they going to have a little celebration? What are you going to serve? Are you ready? Well, we're going to try to get you ready because it's one of the easiest things to do. And considering it is tomorrow, we need to kind of kick it up a notch and get things going. But first, with any party, you have to think, all right, how many people are coming over? You want to have enough food. You want to have enough to drink, for sure, and enough chairs. That's one of the most important things. Is there enough area for people to sit and do you have enough TV? One of the parties we did once, my husband and I, we had a TV in every room for the Super Bowl, and it was so much fun. We had one in the bathrooms, we had a little one in the kitchen, everywhere. And, of course, if you have kids, friends that are coming over, they might want to have a TV in the back to watch something else to keep them entertained, So lots to talk about. So speaking of my husband, I thought I'd bring Ben their Bill on the line so we could kind of chat things up about the gridiron grub. So, Bill, have you polished the TV?
Oh, the TV is honed and ready, and you're right. That was a great party.
That was fun, wasn't it? It's fun to have
TVs everywhere, out on the patio in the backyard.
Oh, I forgot about out on the patio area too. Well, so really it's so easy breezy, and it's one of those parties I think where you just kind of throw it all together. And you admit that there's basically the four basic food groups that we seem to have for our Super Bowl get together.
Well, I think with any it's a national holiday, so any national holiday requires meatballs.
Okay, meatballs.
It's not it's not New Year's Day when the bowl games. It's not the Super Bowl. I mean that to me is the quintessential Super Bowl party food.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Of course, I come up with that excuse frequently. So.
And you mean Ooper say Old Bay is what we're saying. Yeah.
Did I say the game that cannot be said?
That's right. Well, we can kind of say it, but we all know what we're talking about. And meatballs is one of the things that I love to make. And I think there's so many different great ways to make meatballs, and I'm sure Chef Jamie coming up in the next hour has some more elegant ways. But I love using. You get the can of or jar of the chili sauce. Mm-hmm. You get some grape jelly, and now because to be lower carb, we use sugar free.
Yeah, we're all about health.
And then you just put all this in the crock pot and let it just cook all day with these frozen pre-seasoned meatballs, and you are done. And it just soaks them up, and they're yummy,
Well, and you soup them up too. You give it.
Well, I do. I kick it up with a little kind of it's a chili. It's a special chili oil that it definitely adds another like a 3 or 4 signal fire hot level to your meatballs. But besides that, you have to have, I think, some chili. And I have this on the website. It's one of my website, cindydole.com. One of the best chili things I ever made, I hope you agree, was I had slow-cooked flank steak. And then you just basically, we didn't even have any beans in it. You don't have to, but you can. But this was like steak and onions and tomatoes and bell peppers, and you cube it and you add wine and broth, and it gets so thick you don't even miss the beans if you don't want to. But then again, you can add up to 4 different kinds of beans, and why not? And then
it's awesome with that crock pot.
Yeah. And then
man.
You're getting hungry already.
I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, don't do that. And then the chicken wings, that's also kind of like a staple, I think, for the big game. And again, there's so many the Louisiana hot sauce.
Also chicken wings.
Chicken wings. We like to do, again, just the cheap and easy way. You get them, you can buy them the frozen style. And I found this recipe once. It was I think on TV or maybe online. It's a Wolfgang Puck Asian fusion spin, and all you do is you get some sweet and sour, Chinese Asian sauce, and then you mix it with some ginger, and you paste it on the wings, and then you cook it up, and then you can serve it like with a duck sauce. And
I feel like I'm here to testify. Yes, that was incredible.
Yeah. You don't have to, but
I'm putting out the recipe books for.
And then nachos. You got to have the nacho. You got to have some kind of a chippy, crunchy thing, don't you think?
Oh yeah, and of course then there's always the people that set out the little celery sticks and the small tomatoes in the dip just to make people pretend that they're eating healthy.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, I think for nachos, there's so many different ways you can do it, but I love to have the meat and the cheese and all that stuff, and then you got to have the ton of sour cream. So, I mean, that's pretty much the food fest. Those are the main things. But don't you agree, Bill, that it's fun to have some fruits and veggies and some light things too? Because after a while, I mean, this is how many hours will this be tomorrow? It starts the kickoff is what, 3:30?
They may be doing pregame right now.
Oh,
I mean, they've been building for the big game.
Yeah.
Pregame and so on, for weeks. So, no, and you're right. It's nice to have the variety.
Mm-hmm. And I like to have something salty and crispy, like maybe, just have some nuts or some pretzels or something like that. Those are some cool things to have. And, a lot of times when you go to the grocery store, they try to get you to buy, and I say try to get you to buy, it just seems like one of those spontaneous purchases to get like cute little cupcakes that look like a football setting or something. And I would say don't go with the sweets. I think that there's so much other rich stuff you don't need the sweets. What do you think?
Well, I agree. And when I was in the store earlier today, it seemed like there were aisle after aisle of cold shrimp trays.
Oh, uh-huh.
Which is always good.
Yeah, you can do that. And Seth, by the way, now you're getting together with some of your guy friends. What are you guys doing?
The roommates and I?
Yeah.
Devonshire sandwiches.
Okay.
And my wife, my buddy's
Whoa,
wife. No.
Whoa, we got news, everybody. He's getting married.
No. Buddy's wife is bringing fondue, so we just have to scrap up some bread or something.
You're a Packers guy, aren't you?
No, because Devonshire's Pittsburgh, so we're doing both sides.
Yeah, fondue is so Wisconsin.
Well, yeah, but I'm making someone else do that.
Oh, okay. Tomorrow has got to be the single biggest sales day for Velveeta in the year. Don't you think, with all the
I guess so, yeah.
The nacho stuff going on?
Yeah. And
that'd be worth researching.
It is. And then now you can't forget the decor. And one of my favorite things, we've done this several times, is to make the buffet table look like a football field. And that's with the artificial grass, or you can even use felt and then get some of that white bandage tape to make the yard lines. And you're pretty much done. I mean, and then the food is a frenzy. And then everyone goes, oh, wow, it's really cute. It's kind of an easy thing. Now, when we talked with one of my friends, Party Charlie, who always, Charlie Scola is his official name, but he's really a renowned party and event planner, and he's done everything from the Hollywood scene to Vegas to DC, and I think he would tell us that the most important thing is to have party energy and excitement, that basically, he says, are 5 basic steps, and that the key is that you want to make everyone feel like they are the star. You want to, as people come in, and wouldn't you agree, Bill, it's so fun when you arrive to a party, whether it's the Super Bowl or whatever it is, you arrive with a drink. You're giving them, whether it's a soda.
You arrive with a drink?
Well, no, you don't arrive. I'm sorry. Don't arrive with a drink. I mean, you walk to the door with a drink and welcome your guest. Hey, it's our Super Bowl party. Come on in. The drink of the day is punch, or it's
just your attitude.
it could be anything, non-alcoholic or whatever. Just again to make people feel great, and I think that gives it a nice high energy welcome, and then entice them. Not only with the decor and whether it's your football field, buffet table, or something else. A lot of the websites will tell you, don't worry or feel like you have to have everything so themey to each team. I mean, both team wears yellow. You could get some kind of yellow something, and then it'll work for spring, in terms of decor.
Oh, carry the party through to the next weekend. Is that what you're doing?
Right, to Christmas.
Valentine's Day is coming.
Yeah, well, maybe not. And then, involve your guests. Now, are you into the whole football pool thing?
Is that for me? Or?
Yeah, for you.
Oh,
I mean, for the party.
If you have a party, that's great to have.
Yeah.
Because it keeps everybody interested. And, everybody starts off by grousing what terrible numbers they have.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you have a safety or some crazy score. And, you have a final score of like 16-2. And somebody, all the people that had the sevens and the popular numbers, have gone by the wayside. And, it just random chance and just keeps it fun.
Just keep it really cheap, like a couple bucks,
Oh, no, we would never encourage gambling.
And I've heard that it's kind of fun also to get one of those foam bricks. And then, I don't know where, I guess you might be able to find that like at a Michael's Art Supply or wherever. Maybe they have that at some of the big 5 stores. And you have that and you throw that at the TV just to have some fun. But make sure yours is foam. You don't want to get the real brick because that wouldn't be pretty.
No.
But so the kickoff is, I guess, 3:25.
Yeah, and right now Arlington, they talk about the classic, the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Kind of like the frozen tundra of Arlington, Arlington, Texas, right now.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I haven't checked. It may be warmer in Pittsburgh and Green Bay right now.
Yeah, that's kind of bizarre.
Ironic.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to, I guess, the national anthem. Christina Aguilera is going to perform along with the Glee star, Leah Michele, America the Beautiful. We always, get teary-eyed on that. And then, of course, the halftime, with Black Eyed Peas.
Raise your glass.
Yeah. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Actually, that's pink.
That was pink, but the close. I know what you meant. And I guess last year, a 30-second commercial cost about $2.5 million. This year, same amount, and we're all going to be watching Justin Bieber and Ozzy Osbourne doing a commercial for Best Buy, apparently. So
I'm thinking next year we pool our money and maybe we get 3 seconds.
3 seconds. Yeah, right. All right, well, I will see you back at the place a little bit later, and keep that TV looking sparkling clean, because it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. And those of you listening, you can always go to the website, cindydole.com. We have these recipe ideas for those fun and easy breezy Super Bowl celebrations, all right? Up next, see you later, Bill. Up next, we're going to talk about some of the to-dos that you might want to think about for February for the inside and outside of your house. And I'm playing this song because I went to yoga, and out of the blue, they played this. Crank it up, Seth. We're back in just a second.